and welcome back to GK Today. I am Sana and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 29th of December 2022. Let's start with our session. Which institution won the DSCI AISS award for the best security practices in the government sector? So, Unique Identification Authority of India has bagged a top data security award for the best practices in the government sector. And Data Security Council of India is a not-for-profit industry body on data protection in India, which is set up by NASSCOM. Okay. So DSCI awarded UIDAI for its significant role in securing the Aadhaar infrastructure that provides the digital identity-based welfare services to its residents. Fine. So here correct answer would be UIDAI. Also we have seen that the UIDAI has been a top performer in the resolution of the public grievances that have been received through centralized public grievance redress and monitoring system, right? And they are making continuous efforts to make the Aadhaar holders experience better. Now also we have seen that UIDAI has recently released an artificial intelligence chatbot, and you have to tell me what is the name of that particular chatbot. Now apart from it, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has recently approved the Bharat Biotech's intranasal COVID vaccine as a booster dose for those who are above 18 years of age. Okay, and India's first intranasal COVID vaccine, the name of which is IncoVac, will be added to the CoWIN application, which is a web platform for vaccination registration in the country. And at present, only Bharat Biotech's Covaxin, Serum Institute's Covishield and Covax, Russian Sputnik and Biological A Limited's Corbevax are listed in the CoWIN portal. Okay, so you can be asked that IncoVac, which was approved as an intranasal booster dose for COVID, is manufactured by which particular institution? So answer would be Bharat Biotech. Okay. Next is, who has been named as the captain of the Indian squad for the FIH Men's Hockey World Cup 2023? So Harmanpreet Singh was named the captain of this 18-member Indian squad for the FIH Men's Hockey World Cup. And Hockey India announced the squad for the FIH Men's World Cup that is scheduled from 13th of January to 29th of January 2023 in two cities of Odisha, Bhubaneswar and Rourkela, right? And also you have to remember that Mr. Amit Rohidas will be his deputy for the event. So correct answer would be Harmanpreet Singh. Also you have to remember that the venue for this year's FIH Men's Hockey World Cup is Odisha state. Fine. Next is, which country supplies S-400 air defense missile system to the country India? So Russia will begin supplying India with a third squadron of S-400 air defense missile system in January or in February for next year. Okay, And India has already deployed its first 2 missile system squadrons to patrol the Ladakh sector, West Bengal's Chicken's Neck corridor, and the entire northeastern region. Okay, and India and Russia have agreed to a 3-year, which is nearly 35,000 crore rupees deal to buy 5 squadrons of S-400 air defense missiles. Fine. So we have bought this S-400 air defense missile system from the country Russia. Next is Union Cabinet decided to provide free food grains to all beneficiaries covered under National Food Security Act till which particular date. So Union Cabinet has decided to provide free food grains to all 81 crore beneficiaries who are covered under the National Food Security Act till December 2023. And the beneficiary families which earlier used to pay 1 rupees for the coarse cereals, then 2 rupees for wheat and 3 rupees for rice per kg will now get 35 kg of food grains free for the next 1 year, and the others will get 5 kg for free in a month till December 2023. So the center has estimated an additional amount of 2 lakh crore rupees for the scheme. Fine. So correct answer would be December 2023. Now apart from it, the Union Cabinet has recently approved pending 1 rank 1 pension revision for retirees from the armed forces and their families. Okay, and this scheme has been delayed since July 2019, and they will be paid from 1st of July 2019 to June 30, 2022, which is approximately 23,638 crore rupees. And as per the Defense Ministry, over 25.13 lakh people, which includes over 4.52 lakh new beneficiaries, armed forces pensioners and the family pensioners will benefit. Okay, so you can be asked that which ministry is associated with 1 rank 1 pension scheme. So answer would be Ministry of Defense. Okay. Next is, which state recently passed the Freedom of Religion Amendment Act? So the Governor of Uttarakhand State, Lieutenant General retired Gurmeet Singh, has approved the state's Freedom of Religion Amendment Act. Okay, and according to this amended bill, forced conversion in the state will come under the category of crime, and apart from a maximum imprisonment of up to 10 years, those persons who are indulged in forceful and unlawful conversion in the state of Uttarakhand will be slapped with a fine of at least 50,000 rupees. Okay, so Uttarakhand has passed this Freedom of Religion Amendment Act. Next is, which business person is the major stakeholder of NDTV as of December 2022? So New Delhi Television Limited, that is NDTV founders Mr. Pranay Roy and his wife Radhika Roy said recently that they have decided to transfer most of their shares in the company to billionaire Gautam Adani. Fine. And with this, the control of about 65% of the news broadcaster NDTV will be transferred to Adani, while Radhika and Pranay Roy will retain a combined 5% stake in the NDTV. Fine. So the major stakeholder of NDTV is now Gautam Adani. So Gautam Adani is now the major stakeholder of NDTV as of December. Next is, Indian American Richard Verma has been elected to a top diplomatic position in which particular country? So US President Joe Biden has nominated Indian American Richard Verma to top diplomatic position in the State Department. Richard Verma has been appointed as the Deputy Secretary of State for Management and Resources. Okay, and currently he is the Chief Legal Officer and the head of Global Public Policy at MasterCard. And he has previously served as the US Ambassador to India and Assistant Secretary of State for the Legislative Affairs during former President Barack Obama's tenure. Okay, so correct answer would be USA. And what position he is going to hold? So he is the Deputy Secretary of State for Management and Resources. Fine. Next is Youth Affairs and the Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has launched a new dashboard for which particular scheme? So Union Youth Affairs and the Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has launched the Khelo India's new dashboard. Okay, and this dashboard includes all the statistical data that is related to the Khelo India scheme and the Khelo India events, and it will be updated in real time, and it will also include information about the playgrounds with geotagging. Fine. So our Youth Affairs Minister has launched a new dashboard for Khelo India scheme. Next is, as of 2022, who is the most expensive player in the IPL history? This is an important question. So Sam Curran from England became the most expensive player in the IPL history with 18.5 crore rupees deal signed by Punjab Kings. Fine. And he is the player of the tournament at the 2022 T20 World Cup that was held in Australia. And since September 2022, he has taken 25 wickets in 14 T20s at an economy rate of 7.08. And Ben Stokes became Chennai Super Kings' most expensive player, signing at 16.25 crore rupees, while Sunrisers Hyderabad bought Harry Brook for 13.25 crore rupees. Okay, so two things are important. Who is the most expensive player overall in the IPL history? Answer would be Sam Curran, and he is from which country? He is from England. Also, you have to remember that recently IPL has become the Decacorn. We have discussed about it yesterday, if you remember. Next is, which metro service in India has completed 20 years of its operation? So Delhi Metro has recently completed 20 years of its operation since it started its journey in December 2002 with a corridor of just 8.2 kilometers spanning 6 stations on the Red Line. And the Delhi Metro Railway Corporation's network span is nearly 392 kilometers with 286 stations in 2022. So basically an exhibition named as Tracing Delhi Metro's Journey was launched to mark the 20th anniversary of Delhi Metro. And Japan International Cooperation Agency provided financial support for rapid expansion of the metro network in Delhi NCR. Fine. So Delhi Metro has basically completed 20 years of its service. Next is, as per a recent report, which sector has the maximum number of delayed projects? So as per a recent report by the center, transport and highway sector has the maximum number of delayed projects. So of the 769 projects of the sector, 358 projects are totally delayed. And the total original cost of implementation of the projects when sanctioned was 4,33,744 crore rupees. But this was subsequently anticipated at 4,60,524 crore rupees with a cost overrun of 6.2%. What is this cost overrun? It is a kind of unexpected change in the project budget that ends up increasing the total budget cost. Fine. Basically, it is the amount by which actual expenditures exceed the planned amount. Fine. So only thing you have to remember is transport and highway sector has the maximum number of delayed project. Next is, which institution announced to set up a new institute in Malaysia? So IIT Kharagpur Director Mr. V.K. Tiwari, recently announced that IIT Kharagpur is to set up an engineering institute in the country, Malaysia. And the institute had compiled a compendium of 75 innovations which are undertaken by its staff and the researchers. So the IIT Kharagpur has also set up the 260-bed Syam Prasad Mukherjee Institute of Medical Sciences, if you remember. Correct answer would be IIT Kharagpur. You can also be asked that IIT Kharagpur is going to set up a new institute in which particular country. So answer would be Malaysia. Now apart from it, the Good Governance Day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee on 25th of December. And several leaders paid floral tribute to the former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee at his memorial named as Sadaiv Atal Memorial, and it is located in Rajghat, New Delhi. So this was his 98th birth anniversary. Fine. So you can be asked that what is the name of the memorial of former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee? Answer would be Sadaiv Atal. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll come to our revision section. Which three categories we are covering today? First of all, we'll see important titles that are in news. Then at second, we'll talk about the recent appointments. And at third, we'll see few important books and authors. Let's start with important titles. Which company is the title sponsor of Maharashtra Open Tennis Tournament? This is Tata Motors. Okay, and this tournament is set to begin in Pune. Victor Axelsen, who claimed his 8th title in 2022 at the World Tour Finals, is from which country? So Victor Axelsen is from the country Denmark. Which country won the Davis Cup title in 2022? So this title was won by the country Canada, and Canada has won this cup by defeating the country Australia. Which tennis player won the ATP Finals men's singles title in 2022? So this title was won by Novak Djokovic, and he has defeated Casper Ruud to win this title. Okay, Novak Djokovic is from the country Serbia, and Casper Ruud is from Norway. Okay, which racing driver won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix title in 2022? So this was won by Max Verstappen. Second was Charles Leclerc, and third was Sergio Perez. Which racing driver won the Brazilian F1 Grand Prix title in 2022? It was won by George Russell, and second it was Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton is further followed with Carlos Sainz. Which team won the 2020 World Cup title 2022? It was won by the country England, and England has won this cup by defeating the country Pakistan. And also you have to remember that Sam Curran was declared as the player of the match as well as the player of the tournament. Fine. Which racing driver won the Mexico Grand Prix title? So it was won by Max Verstappen, second was Lewis Hamilton, and third was Sergio Perez. Usually who's the first is most important. Fine. Next we'll be talking about the recent appointments. Who has been appointed as the head of the New Delhi International Arbitration Center? So the new name of New Delhi International Arbitration Center is India International Arbitration Center, and recently Hemant Gupta has been appointed as its head. Okay. Who is the first nominated member of the Rajya Sabha to be appointed to the vice chairman panel? This is P.T. Usha. Also P.T. Usha is the first woman president of Indian Olympic Association. Who was appointed as the new chief scientist of the World Health Organization in 2022? So the new chief scientist of WHO is Jeremy Ferrar. Which Indian origin veteran has been appointed as the chief operating officer of the Federal Reserve Bank of New York? This is Sushmita Shukla. Who has been appointed as the chair of B20 India to lead the business agenda during India's G20 presidency? Answer would be N. Chandrasekaran. Okay. Who has been appointed as the chairperson of National Statistical Commission? This is Mr. Rajiv Lakshman. Who has been appointed as the CEO of Khadi and Village Industries Commission. So the new CEO of KBIC is Mr. Vineet Kumar, who has been appointed as the new chairman of All India Council for Technical Education in 2022. So the new chairman of AICTE is TG Sitaram. Fine. So these are the few recent appointments that we have to remember. And at last we'll be talking about important books and authors. Who's the author of the book The Paradise of Food, which was awarded the JCB Prize for Literature 2022? So recently this book has got the JCB Prize for Literature for this year, and it has been authored by Khalid Javed. Which Indian author and poet is the recipient of Herman Kesten Prize by Germany-based Penn Center? Answer would be Meena Kandasamy. Who is the author of the book titled as The India Way, Strategies for an Uncertain World? Answer is Mr. S. Jaishankar. Who is the author of the book Indian Banking in Retrospect, 75 Years of Independence? This is Ashutosh Raravikar. And last is, who is the author of the autobiography titled as Madam Sir? This is a book of Manjari Jarohar. Now there are few more books that are important. For example, retired Air Marshal P.V. Iyer has recently released his book named as Fit at Any Age. Fine. Second name is Miracles of Face Yoga. This is a book from Mansi Gulati. Okay. Now third name is The Light We Carry. This is a book of an important personality named as Michelle Obama, and she is the wife of Barack Obama. And one more book is Winning the Inner Battle. This is a book from Shane Watson. Okay. So these are the few important books that we have to remember. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Zatsana signing off.